Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the Static Screen Podcast. That's right, we're not dead. We're back. It's been a while, but myself and ECW James
Howdy!
are here once again to talk about some movies, some TV, some anime, and maybe some wrestling as well. We'll throw that in for kicks and giggles.
Maybe, because they do have episodes.
Yeah. They do have a season, apparently.
Yeah, I know, right?
But anyways, it's great to be back.
Yes, it is. We could thank work for the huge gap. You know, real life sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, having to go out and adult is not fun.
Indeed. I mean, it's been a miracle we've been getting the Glitched Out podcast up almost on a regular basis.
Oh, God, I know, right? Especially since you're dealing with people from other countries and constantly just, Jesus.
Yep. But anyways, we got one hell of a show to talk about. Like we've said, we've been gone for a couple of weeks, so a lot of stuff is actually piled up on what we've been watching and whatnot. So, let's dive into what we've been watching.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, James, you want to kick us off here? Like, have you watched anything since we last recorded, way back in July? Or August?
Actually, I have caught a few things. Mm-hmm. I've caught a couple episodes of School Live, which we'll talk about later.
Yep.
I've caught the season finale of Fear of the Walking Dead.
How was that?
I don't like any of the characters.
I saw the first episode while I was on vacation. I was like, eh. I never bothered to watch the rest of it.
Well, it was the last 3 episodes of the season because, you know, they did the marathon and then they had the season finale. Mm-hmm. And none of the characters are likable.
Huh.
Like, I can kind of identify with the main character, not Rick. I can't remember his name, but, you know, the father. The one that doesn't want to hurt nobody. He just wants to, you know, keep his family together and make sure safe. I can kind of identify with him, but even he's a little too storybookish.
Oh, okay.
You know,
so they're kind of one-note characters.
Kind of. Even though that you know that it's Walking Dead, you know, they're trying to do so much. I do like the idea of seeing what happened to the world as the outbreak happened. Mm-hmm. Even though I think it's a lot of the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, just the way they're portraying how the military handles the situation, how other people handled the situation. I don't believe that for a fucking second.
Yeah.
But like I said, none of the characters are really likable. They try to give them these pretentious, well, I'm doing this because blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And the last episode, just, I could really care less if they get picked up another season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
I like the premise, but the characters that they're choosing to focus on, don't care about them. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll say this, spoiler, during the final, you know, season finale, they're leaving a protected area. The main characters find out that shit's going down.
Yeah.
They leave a protected area that still has families, hundreds of families, you know, just, you know, they're still in the same area.
Yeah.
They don't warn anyone else.
Oh, Jesus.
They just leave them. And as they're leaving, they're driving by. People have their windows open. She sees families sitting down to dinner, playing games. Mm-hmm. And they just leave them.
Wow.
And there's another part. It doesn't hurt the story at all. For a while, the military was collecting, you know, walkers in one area. Mm-hmm. And there was an area, it's a large arena that had over 2,000 walkers in it. Mm-hmm. They let them out as a distraction.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's just like, that's what I mean by none of the characters are likable.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing this to, quote-unquote, save someone who willingly went with the military to help out.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, it's just... I doubt I'll watch any more of that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if it gets picked up for a second season, don't care.
Yeah.
It can go all over the place, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But there is one thing I have been watching that I'm loving the hell out of.
Oh, and what is that?
It is called Dinner for Three.
Never heard of it.
It is on the WWE Network.
Mm-hmm.
First episode, Mean Gene Okerlund, Roddy Piper, and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Wow.
And it is just literally the three of them sitting down, having a dinner together.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk.
Nice.
That it is great. It's that little peek behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear them telling road stories, jokes that they pulled on people. And it's a little sad because it's the last scene Roddy Piper recorded for WWE before he passed away.
Oh.
And it's just, you know, it's so great. Just hearing these old stories from back in the day when everything was so crazy. And there's a whole bunch of them. The next episode was a dinner with New Day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's just the three of them, out of character, sitting down, having dinner, and talking about, you know, how happy they are, things are going the way they're going, how hard they've all worked to get to that point. And you see just how good of friends they really are.
Cool.
And then the episode after that was with Medusa,
Mm-hmm.
Ivory, and Molly Holly.
Wow.
Now, Medusa, for those who don't know, she is you see the clip all the time. She was the WWF's women's champion who went to WCW and dumped the title into a garbage can.
Mm-hmm.
And that was brought up by Molly Holly at some point, and they talked, and good God, Ivory has a mouth on her. They bleeped her more than anyone else. And it's that great. I don't know if you've ever seen the documentary Lipstick and Dynamite.
Never have, no.
Watch it sometime. It is about the early days of women wrestling.
Oh, okay.
It focuses on Mae Young, the Fabulous Moolah, Diamond Lil, a bunch of the classic girls. Mm-hmm. And it's like that, except for, more recent.
Okay.
Let's see. Then the latest episode, which I was sad when it was over, was the sit-down dinner. Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, and Kevin Owens.
Wow.
And the only thing they censor is the profanity.
Mm-hmm. They
talked about when they were wrestling in CZW, all the little promotions, Combat Zone Wrestling, a lot of little local area promotions. 4 guys sharing a 1-bedroom hotel room while on a road trip, shit like that. And it's just all of them sitting there. It's like, yeah, now here we are 7 years later, and we're taking this company even further than it's gone before.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, Kevin Owens just sitting there. It's like, yeah, it's all happening so fast. Mm-hmm. And then find out his son's a huge fan of John Cena.
Yeah.
And his son has a John Cena wrestle book.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that make noise when you punch it.
Oh, yeah.
So he's telling a story. He comes in and he's like, yeah, and I see it laying on my bed. So I just grab it and I start hitting it. And it starts making all this noise. My son comes running in. And he's like, Dad, what are you doing? He's like, I'm practicing. It was so good because you just see, you get that glimpse of who they really are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. It's a great show. Whoever came up with it needs a raise.
Mm-hmm.
And more money, give it, more people in there.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been watching. How about you?
Nice. I've watched a ton of stuff as per usual.
Of course.
Well, let's kick things off with some anime. With School Live, or Live, however you want to pronounce it. I've watched the entire series. I'm actually kind of sad now that I don't have that every week to watch. And we've had discussions about it before in the past how it was a very unique take on the zombie genre and the way they went with things. And there were emotional moments throughout the series, and man, like when we get into episodes 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, and 12, that anime showed how fantastic it was, because episode 9, they went with what a lot of anime would be their throwaway beach episode.
Yeah.
You know, just put the girls in bikinis for bikini sake, fan service. But the way they did it and the payoff at the end, where they're having this great day, they're taking a break from everything that's going on. They found out something about the school, and they're like, oh shit, like, that's kind of serious. And they decide to take a break away from that just to relax when they have some fun. The end of that episode, shit started to get real, because they go to bed and the dog wakes up. Like, he stirs, he hears something, pulls out of his collar, and starts running downstairs, in which the lower levels of the school, kind of dangerous. And you see him barking, and the camera turns, and you see a walker, and it's a character some may actually recognize. It's like, oh shit, like the girls have to go down there, and they're going to be faced with that. Like, that is going to be like brutal on them. Episode 9 happens. They get up. Things are going normally. Yuki, the main character, comes in and is like, have you guys seen the dog, Tamaru? And they're like, no, we haven't. So they break off to try and find the dog. And the one with the shovel, I actually forget her name right now, decides to go down to the lower levels and check, because she's, able to fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk anymore about it, because I will be spoiling things.
Oh, man.
And I don't know how you feel about spoilers at this time, so I really don't want to ruin anything for you. And let's just say things are, it's really heart-wrenching what they do. And let's just say things don't go well for Shovel Girl. And the very end of that episode, which really kicks things in, is a scene with Yuki standing by the windows, and as we all know, she's, blocking out the real world.
Yeah, she's in basically a combination of shock and denial.
Yeah, exactly. And she has this moment where she grabs herself and shivers like, oh, it's cold. And she looks at the window, and the last thing she says before the episode ends is, the window's broken. It's like, oh shit, she's starting to snap out of reality.
Yeah.
And let's just say other shit starts going down with barricades starting to break.
Now, there's one thing I've been wondering about the series. It's like, whoever built the school, did they have this situation in planned?
That's the thing. You actually get a revelation about that.
Okay, cool. Because there's one thing I've noticed in all the episodes. It's like, this place is very well designed to not only barricade yourself into it, but, sustain you for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, like you mentioned with the quote-unquote beach episode, they drain an entire pool of water and then refill it.
Yep.
But then you find out, it's like, oh, yes, the school has the solar panels, which operate the water filtration system, which cleans the water. So they're reusing water over and over and over again. So they don't have to worry about that.
Yep. So how far did you get?
The last episode I watched was the beach episode.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, you know what happened at the end of that episode.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, things don't go well. Moving into episode 11, shit is going down left and right. It's brutal, tense, like on the edge of your seat watching it. It's not going well for the girls at all. And the final like scenes in that episode deals with Yuki, and she's, coming to terms with the world again.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this brilliant scene, like, you've seen this. I'm going into a bit of a spoiler territory for past episode for folks right now, so fair warning, we're in the spoiler bunker.
Go for it.
Yeah, their teacher is dead, and as we see at the end of episode 9, she's a zombie. Yuki in this episode starts seeing her again and following her and basically having a conversation with her about, what's going down right now and how she's blocked out the real world and whatnot. And she follows her to the door where... Oh man, I'm getting choked up just thinking about it again. Where she died, basically. And she has a conversation on the other side of this door. And she's like, essentially she's saying, I have to come to terms with the world as it is right now. Because if I don't, I'm going to lose everything I care about. And the speech is done so well. Like, you connect with this character on such a great level. Because she is the, light of this series. She really puts the joy into it. And to see her going through this and having to accept what's going on, man, it's pretty brutal. But at the same time, it's like, man, you go, girl. Like,
yeah. I mean, honestly, who would have expected something like this from a series with that opening?
Yeah.
From your typical Moe series.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's it's done so well, so brilliantly, and the episode ends on that. And episode 12, it starts off, everything's like you're still on the edge of your seat. Things are going down. Yuki does stuff, and, you kind of smile. You're happy. And you think everything's going to turn out just fine. And they have this brilliant moment between characters. And just as you think, like, things are going to be happy, they do something like, oh, man, they really did not go with the trope here. Like, they said, screw it to that. We're going with this emotional direction. And I'm going to be honest, I had to pause the episode because I was that much in tears. I was crying so much. It's like, I could not believe they did that. It was maybe one of the saddest things I have ever had to watch. Like, both anime or live action. It was gut-wrenchingly brutal on the emotions.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. And they kind of cheer things up by the end of it. Like, you kind of get happy again. You see how they are, and it's like, okay. Like, you see how they're going to move on. It's so well done.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly recommend that anime to people. If you have not seen it, do watch it. It's one that I totally intend on going back and rewatching again. So good, and I hope you get the chance to watch those final 3 episodes, James, because you're gonna love them.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing it. It's just like I said, work.
Mm-hmm.
Work and editing videos,
Yeah. All right, let's cheer things up a little bit here.
Let's.
Also anime related, but actually live action. I saw Attack on Titan Part 1 in theaters. It was alright. I mean, it's getting slandered quite a bit by critics. I mean, I think IGN gave it a 4.2. I saw another website give it a 3. Yeah, it hasn't been doing well in terms of ratings or positive response from even fans. I thought it was okay. They change a lot. I mean, a lot from the anime.
Which I'm not surprised.
Yeah, the main character, Eren, he doesn't have a family, so his mother doesn't get killed by a Titan, which is his main motivation in the series. That doesn't happen. Mikasa, the badass chick, isn't a badass chick from the start. She kind of is a little later on, but they use her a bit more as a love interest, which was weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a connection in the series. It's easy to see that there's something between them.
Yeah, but I always took that as, like a family.
Yeah. So yeah, that's different. They kind of follow the same beat by beats, though. Funny thing happened while I was watching it. When they skipped to the 2 years later section, the subtitles fucked up, so for about 8 minutes, the only thing on screen was, "I've been waiting for this day." So that was fun. They had to stop the movie and restart it, though everybody in the theater was having a great laugh at that. On the CGI effects, holy fuck, they did a great job with this. Like, it was impressive the way they did the Titans. It looked awesome. The same thing with how they did the whole maneuverable gear that they have. Just like the effects and everything, brilliantly done. The Titans, though some of them were hilarious, were really creepy. Like, they did a great job on that. And there was quite a bit of gore as well.
Well, you kind of have to, but...
Yeah, lots of bodies getting ripped apart and half-eaten. Especially one scene with a church where at one point you just see like a like a wave of blood just flow out under the door.
Ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, CGI wise, good. I thought it was alright. Like I said, brilliant CGI, especially like the end fight where Aaron goes into his Titan form. That was incredible to watch. And I'm looking forward to part 2, which I'm seeing later this month.
So broke it up into multiple parts?
Yeah, part 1 and part 2.
Cool.
The other movie that I saw just yesterday, actually, at the time of this recording, I saw The Martian. Matt Damon in space by himself.
Matt Damon! Sorry. I couldn't help myself.
I have to say, I was really surprised by this movie. It worked. It was brilliantly done, and it was funny. It was really funny. Like, if you were thinking this was going to be Castaway in space, it's not. I mean, it kind of is in a way, but it's not in another. In terms of humor, there is this one brilliant scene near the end of the movie where he's talking about how, nobody on Earth can lay claim to, like, other planets. So, essentially, the only thing the U.S. owns is the base that he's staying on. Everything else is essentially international waters. So, he has to travel across international waters to get to this other ship. So, he's like, technically, I'm a pirate. I'm a space pirate. So, when he has communications with the guys back on Earth, he's like, yeah, just call me Captain Yellowbeard, I think it was, or Captain Blondebeard. Stuff like that. It was really amusing. And I have to say, I was impressed by it. Finally a good space movie. First one in a while. Fuck you, Interstellar. But, yeah. I really enjoyed this movie, I have to say.
I've just been hearing nothing but positive reviews about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even some of the more cynical reviewers that I follow, Movie Bob, he loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, kind of blew me away considering his past few videos have just been decimating whatever movie it may be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out when it's available on video.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. Highly recommend it. And the other things I've been watching, superhero TV season is back! And it kicked off with Gotham a couple of weeks ago. And I'm going to be honest here, I'm surprised. They have, so far in my opinion, knocked out 3 excellent episodes.
Oh, wow.
Essentially, the first 3 episodes is a Joker story, to be quite frank, and it got dark in a lot of places.
What should?
Yeah. Like, for example, a shootout at the police station. and followed by other mass murders. But the way they did it, excellent. People were talking, before about how Jerome was going to be the Joker. And I think I can spoil a bit here because I don't think you're going to watch it.
Well, I am going to try to watch this
okay.
to see if I can get into it. But like I said before we started recording, I tried last season and just too much Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. They've eased up a bit. I mean, the first episode, for example, they don't even use the Penguin. So they're actually, not stuffing in characters when they're not needed anymore, apparently. So,
Good.
yeah. But, yeah, the Joker storyline that they go through, excellent. Lots of quite gruesome imagery, I'm going to say that much. So, yeah, that's been brilliant. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has kicked off really well. We're seeing more super-powered individuals this time around. I cannot mind his name now. The villain that they introduced in the very first episode.
One of the Struckers?
Nope. He actually came into the latest episode, though.
Okay.
The
Serpentor?
kid that... what?
Serpentor?
Nope. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to...
I'm just trying to think of stuff that's popped up in my feed the past few weeks.
It starts with an L. I can't remember his name now. Fuck, this is going to bother me.
Yeah. You can always have your future self put it into, like, the name pop up, like, right
yes,
here.
Yeah, true. I'll do that. But they introduced a very comic booky supervillain into the episode with powers. And Daisy, not Sky anymore, has been using her powers. She's got control now. So she's been acting pretty badass. And essentially we've got our mutants in the form of Inhumans now spreading across the planet due to kind of a fuck-up from last season. So, put this way, people are gaining powers left, right, and center across the world now. So that's fun.
Yay!
So yeah, that's been really, really cool.
Now, as long as they don't start doing the, creature of the week bullshit, because, as cool as that was for some series, I don't think that would work too well in the superhero series.
No. I think it would work for Gotham, though. I'm not going to lie. I think it would work there. But I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have evolved away from that now.
Yeah.
And the last thing I've watched is Season 1 of The Flash, which, they're off to a fantastic start.
Oh, it's the Flash.
Yeah, they've gone in running.
Yep.
So yeah, that's been excellent. I really don't want to talk about that because it's new, and I really want people to go watch that. All you have to know is excellent start to the series. They do wrap up a few things from Season 1 and start to move forward. The one thing I will say, though, about the episode is they've had this problem in the past where they underuse a lot of their villains, and they kind of did that with Atom Smasher as well. Played by Edge, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Ah!
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
But, excellent start. They set up a new villain, and we get to see another hero by the end of the episode as well. So, really cool, really fun start. And I've started watching episode 1 of Arrow before we started recording. Kind of halfway through that, and that's off to a good start as well.
Nice.
And that pretty much wraps it up for what I've been watching, and holy shit, we're in for a long episode today, folks. Just so you know.
Yep, sit back and relax. Undo the pants. Take the shoes off.
Yep. We got about 4 weeks of ranting to get over right now.
Woo!
Alright, so next up, our favorite segment here to do on Static Screen, and that's Trailer Talk.
Bum, bum, bum.
And since we last recorded, we had a couple of big trailers come out.
Huge trailers.
Indeed. Well, one kind of an indie one, which I thought was interesting, so I stuffed on here. Let's talk about that one first, then. That's the trailer for Hardcore.
Hardcore.
Which is going to be the first ever full movie from the perspective of the protagonist. So think back to those Amazing Spider-Man segments where you got to see from the eyes of Spidey. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that for the entire movie.
Entire movie. And it's going to be nuts. For those who are wondering, this is a feature-length film done by the people who did the short Badass Motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Which is this crazy point of view perspective of this guy trying to get this MacGuffin, and then he starts teleporting while doing parkour, mm-hmm. and it's nuts.
Yep.
Now imagine that in a feature-length film. Mm-hmm. It's insane.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. It may be cheesy and whatnot, but it looks like it's going to be like a fun time, I think. Yeah. Maybe a bit dizzying, but unique and different. And it's got, what's-his-face into it? Shai Copley, I think his name is? The dude from District 9, Elysium. He played, what's-his-face in the A-Team movie.
Murdoch.
Yes, Murdoch, thank you. So, it's going to be kind of funny overall, I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this isn't going to be, like, winning awards or anything like that. No. This is not for, your nomination. This isn't going to be like a big Oscar-winning performance. It's going to be what it is. It's going to be an hour and a half of cheesy, crazy, what the fuck are they going to do now action.
Yep. Basically a video gaming movie. This could be the very first ever good video game movie if you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I am impressed with, I don't think, at least I didn't see it, it's not going to be in 3D.
No, I don't think so, no. It's more of an indie movie, so I don't think they got the budget anyway, so.
So that's going to be good right there, but imagine if it was good 3D.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't think people could watch it.
No. That's like the Walk that's out right now. I've been hearing good things about that movie, and I've heard people saying, like, you should see it in IMAX, and they were like, I don't have vertigo, but, I got dizzy watching that movie.
Yeah. Oh, man. And the crazy thing is, like I said, it's an hour and a half of just crazy madness. Mm-hmm. In the trailer, at one point, you see him plugging something into his chest.
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, I can't watch any more of this trailer. Mm-hmm. But on the other end of the spectrum, you have our other trailer.
Yes, we got our very first trailer for the live-action adaptation of The Jungle Book from director Jon Favreau. As the trailer says, from the director of Iron Man, which I thought was a fucking hilarious choice to make.
Yeah. And wow.
Yeah, like, I am impressed. I see now why this was the only movie to get a standing ovation at D23 this year. Like, the CGI is impressive.
Yeah, and it like I said, it looks like how you would imagine things if you're hearing the story. Mm-hmm. It's realistic, but it kind of has that storybook feel to it, if that makes any sense.
Yep. And from what I've heard, people said that, even though the trailer is really dark, and it is really dark.
Yeah.
They've kept in, the Jungle Book kind of stuff. Apparently, Bill Murray does sing Bare Necessities in the movie, so...
Oh, my God.
Which, I mean, right there, boom, that's price of admission, in my opinion.
Oh, man.
And which we did get a tease of that right at the end of the trailer. You see Mowgli sitting on Blue's stomach, floating down the river, and him whistling the song.
Oh, this movie's going to be great.
Mm-hmm. And Scarlett... I mean, it has one hell of a cast, too. Scarlett Johansson, Idris Elba, whose name I just butchered. Ben Kingsley's into it. Yeah, he's in this one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley. You got Bill Murray. what's his face is there as well. Fuck, I hate myself right now. Christopher Walken's in the movie. He's playing King Louis.
Yes.
It's gonna be a good movie. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for this one now. Like, I was kind of skeptical of it to begin with, but after seeing this, I'm like, yeah, Disney, just remake every one of your animated films into live action now.
Yeah, and make them less racist.
Yes. Oh, fuck. So yeah, that's pretty much it for trailer talk, though. We did get some Jessica Jones trailers. Teases.
Oh, teasers. So many teasers. I mean, you said it best with the review of the, reveal of the last one. My body's ready.
Mm-hmm. Actually, if by last one, are you referring to the one where she jumps?
Yes.
There's a new one out now as well. It's one teasing David Tennant's role as Kilgrave, which is basically you see Jessica Jones stapling these pictures to a wall, and you have his voiceover, very creepy voiceover, mind you, going, "Jessica, I know about you, Jessica. I know everything about you."
Oh, jeez.
It is chilling. Yeah, that every teaser for that has been great. The alarm clock one, hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I love the fact that they're showing that this series is going to have a good sense of humor. It's going to have that quote-unquote Marvel sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was my only complaint about Daredevil,
mm-hmm.
was that there was times it was way too dark.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know the character's dark. I mean, the scenes with Stick had me rolling, but that's only because I know who the character is.
Mm-hmm.
But that movie, that first season of Daredevil got dark.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did it ever. I mean, just knowing that Purple Man's in this series, we know it's going to be dark. He's a serial rapist in the comics, so...
Yeah.
And knowing what they did with Daredevil, they're not going to hold back, so...
No, they're not.
Yeah,
it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be damn good.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. All right, so with that out of the way, it is time to dive into our news segment.
Yay!
I was expecting something along the lines of did.
Well, you could add that in post.
I'm too lazy for that shit.
Okay.
Very much. All right, so James, why don't you kick us off with our first story?
You would. Fine. Straight out of fucking Disney Studios, Power Rangers movie. Terra Nova and the Martians. Naomi Scott cast as the Pink Ranger. Coming off. Yeah, that was pretty much my reaction too. Coming off the recent turn in The Martian, actress Naomi Scott has been cast as Pink Rangers in Lionsgate's upcoming Power Rangers movie. The announcement came from the movie's new Instagram account. Really? That's the source of information now.
Apparently.
Marketing the film's first official casting and offering a glimpse of the new lightning bolt logo.
Mm-hmm.
Project Almanac director Dean Israelit will helm the Power Rangers movie for the studio, describes the script as mature but still playful. To IGN back in June, Zach Stentz, I guess, Ashley Miller, Thor, X-Men First Class co-writer, and co-wrote the screenplay. In addition to The Martian, Scott also starred in the short-lived series Terra Nova. I don't remember that. And
I remember the series. I never watched it, though.
Is that the one with dinosaurs?
Yeah, where they went back into the past, that kind of deal.
Yeah, okay. Now, the next will be seen in a true event drama film, The 33. Power Rangers will be in theaters January 13th, 2017.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for this as an old school Power Rangers fan. I'm interested to see how they're going to do it with a budget.
Yeah, I'm just like, yay.
Yeah, but on the other hand, we had Pacific Rim, so
Yeah, and Pacific Rim 2 coming out in
yeah.
just a few years.
Actually, that's got held indefinitely at the moment.
No! No!
Sorry to break that news to you.
Damn it.
But hey, I got some news to cheer you up, James.
Okay.
Because straight out of New York Comic Con today, breaking news. Not really by the time this podcast goes up, but it's news all the same. Marvel has given us a update on Phase 3. That's right. We already had a lot of great movies to look forward to, but Marvel's like, you know what? We're going to add 4 more to the slate.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. So, first off, Ant-Man is getting a sequel.
Woo!
Very much so. I love Ant-Man. So hearing this, awesome. What makes it even more awesome, the sequel will be coming out July 6th, 2018, and its official title is Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's right. We
my God.
finally got our very first female lead character in a movie title. And for those who saw the end of Ant-Man, you know good reason to be excited. So yeah, that right away, fucking awesome. Unfortunately, this does shift a couple of dates around. On the plus side, Black Panther is moving its date up and not back. Instead of July of 2018, it's going to release February 16th of 2018 now. Mm-hmm. And Captain Marvel, on the downside, is being pushed from, I think it was October of 2018 into March of 2019. So,
ooh,
that's a downside.
Yeah.
Now, I did say that there's going to be 4 films they announced today. Well, we don't have any official titles, but they have announced release dates for 3 more movies for May 1st, 2020, July 10th, 2020, and November 6th, 2020. So 5 years from now.
No idea what these movies are, though.
I'm going to make a safe bet. July 10th, 2020, calling it right now. That's going to be the Spider-Man sequel.
Ooh.
Because we're getting the first one in 2017. 3 years later seems like the right time for them to release another one.
Mm-hmm.
May 1st, 2020 makes me... It won't be an Avengers movie because we got an Avengers one just the year before, Infinity War Part 2. Maybe this will be Thunderbolts?
Maybe.
And November 6th, 2020... That's a tough one to call. Even with May 1st, maybe we're looking at a possible sequel to maybe Black Panther, maybe Doctor Strange. Wouldn't be Captain Marvel because we're getting her only a year before. Maybe another Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
That would be nice, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll finally get the Howard the Duck movie.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, honestly.
Let's just hope James Gunn agrees to do it.
That would be amazing.
So yeah, lots more to come here.
Yeah. But you know what? The good news doesn't stop there.
No, it does not. You got a little side note about the Black Panther stuff.
Oh yeah, the Black Panther. Well, it's more of a rant, really. That kind of stems from Black Panther and Ant-Man. A couple months ago, a female director was approached. I can't remember her name offhand. I'm sure it'll pop up here at some point. But she was approached to directing a Black Panther movie. And she turned it down because, quote-unquote, it wouldn't be my movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of struck a chord with me. Because I'm all for directors, having control over a movie because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they're also paid to do a job.
Yep.
I mean, Tim Burton. Mm-hmm. How many movies has he put out that, quote unquote, weren't Tim Burton movies?
Not many.
One comes to mind, Big Fish.
He did that one?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't really picture that as a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah. Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did do that one.
Yeah. Not really Tim Burton movies, were they?
No.
He was hired to do a job, and he did it.
Mm-hmm.
They were still good movies.
Yeah.
And that just kind of reignited a complaint I had about the Ant-Man movie. Edgar Wright left the project because Marvel wasn't allowing him to make, quote-unquote, his movie.
Yeah.
His movie had less to do with Ant-Man and more to do with other Marvel vigilante characters.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I'm sorry, the movie's Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Moon Knight. It's not Ronin. It's not Punisher. It's Ant-Man.
Yep.
You're hired to make a movie about Ant-Man. Make a fucking movie about Ant-Man. You're hired to make a movie about the Black Panther. Make a fucking movie about the Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your little fan fiction bullshit on the side of the road where it belongs. I can't believe I just said that because I wrote fan fiction before. It boggles my mind. Yes, directors need to have creative control over a movie.
Yep.
And
but it can work. I mean, look at James Gunn with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly, but he still stayed within the Marvel lines.
Yep.
Edgar Wright didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to just my movie.
Yep. I love Edgar Wright to death. He is up there as one of my favorite directors, if not the favorite director I have.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the man, but at the same time, he was hired to do a job.
Yep.
He didn't do the job. If he wanted to make his own movie, he should have saved up his own money and do what Zack Snyder did, make Sucker Punch.
Mm-hmm.
Sucker Punch, very visual, but story-wise, kind of weak.
Yep.
Still a cool movie to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But plot, weak.
Yeah.
I mean, when he did 300, beautiful movie.
Mm-hmm.
When he did Watchmen, beautiful fucking movie.
Yeah.
He did his job.
Mm-hmm.
So all these directors out there is like, well, it's not going to be my movie if I do it. Screw you. Take the paycheck. Use that to make your dream project.
Yep.
Use that as, like, yes, I made this movie. Was it the exact movie I wanted to make? Well, no, not really, but I'm happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, the latest Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, yeah.
The director was doing everything he wanted to do, and guess what? The studio had to step in and try to save it, and it failed.
Mm-hmm. I really don't know about that one, though. Honestly, the parts that stood out in the movie looked like they were done by Josh Trank.
Yeah. I mean, because at the 1 year later, apparently that's when the studio took over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from what I've seen, it looks like if he just took the Fantastic Four name away from it,
mm-hmm.
and just made a movie about these three people that went to another dimension and got infected and came back all fucked up, that would have been a great movie.
As somebody that actually saw it, no.
Well, if he was actually allowed to just cut loose.
Yeah, if he was allowed, it probably would have been great.
But then again, he wasn't ready for that level of movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my complaint. Yes, you're an artist. I understand that, but at the same time, it's a job.
Yep.
You're offered a job. You can make a great movie and still be happy with the product.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be, oh, it's not my movie.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't my vision.
Yeah.
When someone's looking at, it's like an artist, someone doing artwork, like legit paintings, stuff like that. When you're commissioned to do a piece of work, you do the piece of work.
Yeah.
Obviously, they want you to do this in your style, but within their parameters.
Exactly.
Okay, rant over. I'm sorry. This is kind of a pet peeve of mine.
Just to wrap up this little news segment, just to talk about what Marvel has upcoming right now with these changes. This is what we have: Captain America: Civil War, 2016; Doctor Strange, 2016; Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, 2017; the Spider-Man film, 2017; Thor: Ragnarok, 2017; Black Panther, 2018; Avengers: Infinity War Part 1, 2018; Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2018; Captain Marvel, 2019; Avengers: Infinity War Part 2, 2019; Inhumans, 2019, and then those unannounced films.
Oh God, we're getting 3 Marvel movies a year.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Next year is the only year where we're getting 2.
Oh my God.
But to fill in the gaps, we got 3 from Fox and 2 from DC.
I mean, when you throw in television series and Netflix.
Yep.
I mean, Netflix is going to be popping out a new Marvel series every 6 months now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think my heart can take anymore. Like, for reals. I think I'm having a culinary as we... Culinary? Moving on!
Tell your doctor to stop. We're recording a podcast.
Hey, Doc. Roto-Rooter, stop it, okay? All right. Moving on.
I'm going to have fun finding an image for that little section.
Oh, God, be careful. Have the search on, for the love of God.
Moving into the next news story, you want to take this one?
Sure. On the opposite side of the coin, in the DC universe, new Justice League cartoon possibly coming to Cartoon Network.
Yay!
Hey, how many seasons will it last till they cancel it? A new Justice League animated series may be in the works at Cartoon Network, as a Canada branch has appeared to let the cat out of the bag a bit early. According to World's Finest, Cartoon Networks shared the following confirmation on a post on Facebook. We'll be preparing the new Justice League series, but not likely until next fall. The post appears to have been removed. Instead, however, a new post can be found here that reads, "Hey fans, we at Cartoon Network Canada can't confirm any information regarding the potential new Justice League series." And of course, IGN sent in a comment and nothing. They're not confirming or denying anything.
Yeah, this makes sense. They usually do one every couple of years anyway, so...
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope it's good.
I hope it's good too. I mean, Justice League was good. Justice League Unlimited was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Teen Titans was good.
Yep.
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
It's got its funny moments, but it's nowhere near as good as Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
What was the Young Justice?
Mm-hmm. That was good.
That was real good. Unfortunately, it only lasted a season?
Yeah, I think so. Or 2. I think it might have been 2 seasons.
And then it just stopped.
Yep.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they do this? Things are going good. You have good writers. You got a good art team. You got fans watching the fucking show. Why cancel it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. I mean, you think back in the day where if an animated series was on, you're getting 4 or 5 seasons out of it. Hell, even X-Men Evolution lasted, 6 seasons? Or no, 3, I think. 3 or 4. It wasn't that long, but it was on for quite some time, though.
Yeah. Now it's just like you get a year, maybe two.
Yep. Yeah,
And it's more about merchandising than anything else.
Pretty much.
And since we're going down this dark hole of suck.
Oh, yeah. Are you excited for 10 more years of Transformers movies?
Not really.
Too bad, because Hasbro Studios has promised another 10 years of Transformers movies. That's right, they have confirmed that Transformers 5 is on the way, as well as Transformers 6, 7, and 8 are all in the works. Damn you, China. Not to be racist, but damn you, China, for supporting these movies.
Why?
Yeah. Now, I did see something in regards to... Apparently, one site did say that Michael Bay was confirmed for Transformers 5, though he has tweeted out saying that it's not official, and he is not committed to any idea as of yet, but he has met with Steven Spielberg, and they are discussing, so it's possible. There was talks about, the next movie being kind of like telling two stories, one on Earth and one with Optimus going out in space, which, granted, I'm all for Optimus space adventures. That would be cool. But, yeah.
Not the way they're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. I'd kind of like to see a fresh start to the whole franchise.
I mean, honestly, I think what I would enjoy the movies more if it was actually about Transformers.
Yeah.
Not about Michael Bay and his crazy conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm. Or Mark Wahlberg randomly popping a Bud Light in the middle of the street.
God, I can't believe that. Or a fucking Mountain Dew vending machine transforming and killing people. Like, seriously, when have you ever seen just a Mountain Dew vending machine?
I know, right?
Never! Or a Nokia shooting missiles at people.
Oh, God, you get so drunk for a product placement drinking game for those movies.
Oh, you'd probably die of liver damage,
Yeah. So, yeah, that's happening. Well, anyways, it's time to wrap up the news segment. And it's time to go into our favorite segment of every podcast. And even though I said their first segment was our favorite one, but our topic of the week. And we've been gone for a while. We didn't do the movies of September. Just, check your local listings. We're already No, wait, we did the movies of September. We didn't do the movies of October. Just... I don't know, go to IMDb and look up what's actually out right now. So what we're going to do for this podcast is we're going to take a look back at the third quarter of 2015, and we're going to do things a little bit differently here on Stag Screen compared to Glitched Out. On Glitched Out, we look at the top rated. Over here on Stag Screen, we're going to look at the top grossing movies. What movies did the best at the box office for the last 3 months. And these are going to be domestic releases, not worldwide, because Box Office Mojo, I don't think, does quarterly by worldwide.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to run down through the top 10, maybe take a glance at some of the other movies that are there as well. So, at number 1, with no surprise, it's the Minions movie.
Yay!
People love them some Minions.
Fucking Minions.
Which grossed nearly $334 million domestically.
That's just the movie. That's not merchandise.
Yeah. Worldwide, you want to take a guess at what it reached? Just wild gamble. Just take a guess.
I'm going to say 10 million. No, not 10 million. Fucking it's $1 trillion, $1 billion. A lot of fucking money.
Well, you're very close. It grossed $1 $1.146 billion worldwide.
Holy fuck.
Yep, it is actually now the number 10 movie of all time at worldwide grosses. On the plus side, it knocked out Transformers Dark of the Moon.
Yes!
Little bit of justice. Thank God for those banana-loving minions. At number 2 was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation at $194 million.
Yeah,
Good for that movie.
That one snuck into the theaters. I mean, I don't remember seeing a pop-up ad or anything on the internet about it. It was just like, oh, it's out now.
Yeah, essentially, that's what happened. I saw it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, crazy.
Yeah.
Did all of his own stunts, as usual.
Mm-hmm. Simon Pegg being awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Coming in at number 3, possibly our favorite, well, my favorite movie of quarter 3, and that was Ant-Man, which grossed a decently good amount of $179 million.
Which says a lot about a movie nobody really wanted to see.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, it's the second lowest grossing Marvel movie, but hey, it surprised a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I think it's not actually out in China right now. It's getting its China release in this month. So it's bound to do even better.
Wait, what? It's not out in China yet?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere, that it's actually not out in China yet. Worldwide, it did $409 million, so...
That's a lot of money!
Yep. Good on Ant-Man, and...
yeah.
I mean, as we talked about earlier, the sequel got announced, and I'm sure more people are going to be excited about that if he's done really well in Civil War. Mm-hmm. They're going to see that and be like, oh, that character's awesome! Now I got to go back and watch the Ant-Man movie. Oh, he's getting a sequel? Now I'm definitely going to go see that movie.
Definitely. I just can't wait till video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully that's out soon. I really want to buy that movie so badly. Next up, we got Straight Outta Compton, which grossed $161 million.
Nice.
Very good for that movie. Which I think they... Did it have but yeah, it had a budget of $28 million.
Damn. So
that is impressive.
That is very impressive.
Yep. Next up we had Trainwreck, which it's the comedy. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
That grossed $110 million. Hotel Transylvania came in at number 6 with $94 million.
Because Adam Sandler needed to be in something good.
Yep. Coming in at number 7, we had Terminator Genesis. Genocide. With $90 million. I saw it. I liked it. I'm not picky.
Yeah, I'm going to see it when it comes out on video. Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks interesting.
Yeah. Coming in at number 8 was Pixels.
Fuck Adam Sandler.
With $78 million. I'm glad it kind of failed.
Doesn't matter. He's going to make another movie.
Yeah. But I'll put it this way. Worldwide, it made $236 million, but domestically, it only made $77 million. You want to know what its budget was?
What?
$88 million.
So it's still, such burn. such burn.
Yep. Coming in at number 9, we had Magic Mike XXL with $66 million. Good on Channing Tatum and Kevin Nash, I guess.
Yeah, the only reason why it's up that high is because there's no new Twilight movies out.
Yeah, yeah.
And no more, what was it, 50 Shades of Grey movies?
Yeah.
So all those middle-aged women, they need something to watch.
Yep. God, I remember when that came out, all the ones at work were like craving about that movie. those were annoying breaks to sit through.
Oh, I bet. And the funny thing is, if the guy wasn't a millionaire and lived in a trailer, it'd be a totally different story.
Oh, yeah. And at number 10 was The Maze Runner, The Scorch Trials, which I kind of heard good things about, which grossed $65 million. Good on it. I actually did watch the first one. It was okay.
I just have a problem with teen novels becoming feature-length films.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're teen novels for a reason.
Yep.
So now that we looked at the top 10, should we look at the bottom 10?
Yeah. The real bottom 10. Okay.
Yeah, 90 to 100.
All right. Number 90 was The New Girlfriend with $130,000.
Never heard of it.
Nope. A lot of these are going to be indie films, let's be honest. Number 91 was Boulevard with $126,000.
Oh,
Granted, it was out in 11 theaters. Z for Zachariah with $121,000, which that one sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
Yeah. Number 93 was Digging for Fire with $119,000. Number 94 was Love Live, the school idol movie with $115,000. At number 95 is She's Funny That Way with $111,000. At number 96 is Memories of the Sword with $111,000.
Which was a Chinese movie. It released in China, and it still did very poorly.
Yeah, wow. Ouch. Number 97, we have Do I Sound Gay? With $108,000.
What? Oh my god.
Okay.
That is the worst poster ever.
Yep. I'm sure it's a great movie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
At number 98, we had The Beauty Inside with $108,000. At number 99, The Look of Silence at $107,000. And at number 100, Time Out of Mind with $105,000. Now just going back, let's just take a look at some of these other films that are here in between. The ones that stand out to us. The Visit at number 13.
Ugh.
Fantastic Four made $56 million. Which, come on, load. The production budget is not available.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. only made $45 million.
Mm-hmm. I kind of heard good things about that. They said it released at a bad time with Mission Impossible out. That's kind of what killed that.
You think? Oh, God. The Intern, $30 million.
Ouch. Everest.
Oh, Everest. Really? Everest only made 34 mil?
That's surprising to me. It really is.
Hitman Agent 47 only made 22 million.
No, that doesn't surprise me. Let's see here. What else we got? Mr. Holmes, that only made 17 million. Wow. That surprises me.
Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F only made 8 million.
That's actually, I wouldn't say only. That is really surprising. I mean, you look at the number of theaters it released in.
I know, right?
And,
that's the number right next to it, right?
Yep.
913 theaters.
Yep. With a limited release, I mean, that's about...
That's a limited release?
Yeah, that's 2, maybe 3 showings a theater. I mean, my theater had, I think, 3 showings to begin with. All 3 of them sold out. And they actually had an encore showing as well, which I believe sold out too.
Oh, wow.
So the fact that that movie made $8 million, that is impressive and, you know, really encouraging that we're going to see more animated movies. When I went to see Attack on Titan, there was actually a trailer at the beginning of that announcing more movies coming out. They're going to do a release of the new Ghost in the Shell movie in theaters. And a bunch of others as well, which I cannot remember for the life of me right now from Funimation. So, yeah, that is really impressive for Resurrection F.
Nice.
So I'm glad to see that. It made number 38 on this list.
Let's see. Green Inferno only made $6 million.
Granted, that's another limited release, though. And I mean, it's a Eli Roth horror flick.
Yeah, it was on 1,500 screens. How's that a limited release?
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, and it only made that much money.
Ooh, yeah. I'm trying to
Keep in mind, this was actually filmed on location in South America with real tribes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else we got down here?
It's gotten good reviews, though. I will point that out. From what I have seen, it's gotten good reviews.
It's an Eli Roth movie.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan Part 1. $449,000. And it's been on limited. I know a lot of places has only been doing 1 or 2 showings of the movie, but still it was on 290 screens.
Yep. Now let's also point out that this is still airing in theaters right now. This released right at the end of September. I mean, I just saw it the other day, which was September 6th. October 6th. Wow, I went back in time there. So yeah, it's still ongoing, and I think there's a couple more showings throughout this month of the first part.
But yeah, a lot of these other movies I've never even heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Best Enemies, The Phantom.
Another Steve Jobs biopic.
How many Steve Jobs movies do we need?
One for every iPhone.
I'm done. I quit. I'm back. I just threw my headset on the floor. One of the guys I work with just got the new iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? It didn't come with an instruction manual. Because it's on a PDF file on the phone.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my. Well, anyways, just to wrap this up, I guess we can just briefly say what our favorite movies of the quarter 3 was. Mine, definitely Ant-Man.
I will say Ant-Man 2. Because
I'm looking
I haven't seen any third quarter movies, so.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. The only ones I'm looking here that I saw Rogue Nation, I saw Ant-Man, I did see Genesis, I unfortunately saw Fantastic Four. Yeah, I think that's about all that I saw, really. I didn't really see much in the last quarter. And while other ones are listed here, Attack on Titan, and that I saw, this month, so. Alright, well, that wraps it up for that section. And it's time to move into our questions and comments. And guess what, James? As we've been talking, we've got a question.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Our buddy Israel Pacheco actually sent me a question over Skype. Or not Skype, sorry, over Twitter. And that is our most anticipated film/TV of the fall. In which case, I think this is completely obvious. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. And more Star Wars.
Jessica Jones.
That too, yes, on the TV side of things.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else is on the TV side. Most of which is already out right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jessica Jones starts next month.
Yep.
So, yeah. November can't get here soon enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, definitely. Trying to think other movies. I'm looking forward to Pixar's The Good Dinosaur, which is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The Peanuts movie is releasing next month. What else? I would say the new James Bond movie, but I really don't care for Daniel Craig as James Bond. So.
It could have been worse. There's a lot of other people they could have picked that's far worse than him. So.
Yeah, true. I haven't liked the direction of their movies anyway, so meh. What else is out in the next month? Let's see. Damn it, Box Office Mojo, you have failed me. We have Star Wars in December. Those ones I already listed. I don't think there's anything out this month, to be quite honest with you. I'm looking forward to the Back to the Future trilogy, which I'm seeing on the 25th.
Yeah, but that's re-release.
To back.
That's a re-release, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much re-releases for me. And Attack on Titan Part 2.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not surprising.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. It's good to be back and recording again with static screen.
Mm-hmm. That it is.
It's been good to get this ranting and raving back out and to just dive into a fun conversation about Marvel again. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We've been dying for the urge to talk about Marvel again.
And now we have tons of reason to talk about Marvel.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure we're going to learn more in the weeks to come. So, James, why don't you take us away?
Alrighty, I'll try not to botch this one. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into this episode of Static Screen. Without your support, we're just two angry nerds yelling on the internet. So please, for the love of God, we will be back. So tune in next time. Will you hear Lord X say?
I'm Lord X, bitch. I had nothing.
Yeah, I can tell. Till then, I'm ECW James.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.